Section 1.3, subtracting integers. By the end of this video, you'll be able to subtract integers and solve real-life problems. To subtract integers, you want to add the opposite. We refer to this as the 2/ rule or keep, change, change. So in this first example, it says 3 minus 4. They show it on the number line, but they just rewrite it two different ways. So the first example, it says 3 minus 4. And if you look at the number line, it's starting at the 3, and it's taking away 4. So when you're starting at 3 and you move to the left 4 spaces, you get an answer of -1. They write it differently down here. They do the keep, change, change, or the 2/ rule. So they kept the 3, they changed the subtraction sign to addition, and then they made this +4 a -4. So on the number line, it looks relatively the same. We're starting at the 3, and we're adding a negative number. So we're going back 4 spaces, which is also going to give us a -1. So I'm going to show you how to do this in these examples right over here. All right. So the very first one is 3 minus 12. So I'm going to keep my 3 minus 12. So I'm going to keep, change, change. So I'm going to keep my 3, change my subtraction to addition, and make this +12 and -12. Now this should look familiar from what we did with our 1.2 notes, where we have a positive and a negative integer. We're going to take the absolute value of both numbers and figure out which one has the greater absolute value. So we have a 3, and then we have a 12. Since 12 is greater than 3, when I subtract this, 12 is going to go first. -3, and we get 9. And since 12 is originally a negative number, our answer is a -9. All right, so let's go ahead and try it again. Let me reset so I can see that better. All right, so now we have a -8 minus a -13. I'm going to do my keep, change, change. I'm going to keep that -8, change that subtraction sign to addition, and make this -13 a +13. I'm going to find the absolute value of -8 and 13. So I get 8 and 13. When I subtract, I'm going to do 13 minus 8, since 13 had the greater absolute value, and we get 5. And since 13 up here is a +13, my answer is going to be a +5. And for this last one, we have 5 minus a -4. I'm going to keep 5, change my subtraction to addition, and make this -4 a +4. 5 plus 4, those are both positive integers, so our answer is a +9. You're going to try these next problems on your own, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead and pause the video and try that. In example 2, subtracting integers, they're throwing in a third integer. When you see 3 integers, just go ahead and tackle it how we were just doing previously. Do 2 integers at a time. So I'm going to do -7 minus a -12. So I have -7 minus a -12. I'm going to keep my -7, change my subtraction to addition, make that -12 a +12. I'm going to find the absolute value of -7 and a +12. The absolute value of a -7 is a +7. The absolute value of a +12 is 12. So I'm going to do 12 minus 7, and I get 5. Since 12 was a +5, that 5 is going to remain positive as well. But now I still have to subtract this -14 at the end of the problem. So I'm going to bring this 5 over here. I'm going to do 5 minus 14. Do my keep the 5, change the subtraction to addition, and make that +14 a -14. I'm going to find the absolute value of both of those numbers, those integers, the absolute value of 5 and the absolute value of a -14. The absolute value of a positive 5 is 5. The absolute value of a negative 14 is a positive 14. 14 is greater than 5, so I'm going to subtract 14 minus 5, and I get 9. And since 14 was negative, my answer is a negative 9. Again, go ahead and pause this video and try 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 on your own. This last example is a real-life application. It says, which continent has the greater range of elevations? So to find the range of elevations for each continent, you want to subtract the lowest elevation from the higher elevation. So let's go ahead and do North America first. So we have 6,198. It says subtract the lower elevation, and that is a negative 86. We'll do our keep, change, change. So now this is a basic addition problem. So I have 6,198 plus 86. 8 plus 6 is 14. I'm going to carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. 1 plus 1 is 2. I'm going to bring down that 6. So I get 6,284 for North America. Now I have to do the same thing with Africa. So Africa, we have 5,895 minus a negative 155. Do my keep, change, change. So 5,895 plus 155. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. So I get 6,050. These are both in meters. The original question says, which one has the greater range of elevations? 6,284 is greater than 6,050, so my answer would be North America. Go ahead and try this last problem on your own. Pause the video